Welcome to the year of the Fire Rooster, Pisces. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. One of my friends told me a year of the Fire Rooster joke. How come the rooster wanted to get a tattoo? He was hoping to impress some chicks, that's why. The year of the Fire Rooster begins on January 28th of 2017, lasting through to February 15th of 2018. This is the New Year, Chinese New Year day, but the animal day is a little different, and we'll get into that distinction a little later on in the video. Now, for your lucky charms for Pisces during this Fire Rooster year, this Yin Fire Rooster year, the gemstone that's fortunate is aquamarine. The colors that are very lucky for you are blue, crimson, and eggshell white. More of an off-white. The auspicious numbers for Pisces during this Yin Fire Rooster year are 1, 2, and 4. Fire Rooster lucky charms for the Fire Rooster specifically are, the gemstone will be ruby. Diamond is another one, and also topaz. The colors that you'll find to be fortunate for this year are gold, yellow, and peach. The beneficial numbers for you are 5, 7, and 8. Pisces personality during a rooster year brings out qualities of being very innovative. You're going to be someone who's an original, and resourcefulness will be a key aspect and facet of your personality that will be brought out during this time. You're going to be an original during the rooster year with musical and artistic talents exuding from your innermost soul. If you feel you're going crazy, don't fret, because it's just your aesthetic yearnings coming to the forefront, wanting to decorate the world with your stylish sensibilities. Exquisite taste in all that is trendy and fashionable is your forte anyway. You are second to none when it comes to knowing how to present anyone and anything at important events. People should not ever commit the faux pas of thinking you merely to be an ornamental or trophy spouse or betrothed, for you are far deeper in your creative imagination than anyone could really have ever comprehended. This is the year when your ability to get to the heart of desperately important matters will shine brightly. The year of the Fire Rooster is said in popular media to begin on January 28th of 2017. And this is the distinction we wanted to make regarding the new year and the animal year. The distinction there, because it lasts from the 28th of January again of 2017 through to end on February 15th of 2018. This is actually, again, the Chinese New Year day. These are the days of the Chinese New Year calendar. Now, that's the first day of the New Year, but the animal day is different. The Chinese Animal Day is going to be February 3rd of 2017 to begin this rooster year. So that's a distinction you need to make sure you understand, because it's very important. So you can really expect to be sort of getting up with the chickens to go about your daily routines about that time. That's, of course, unless they've been completely confused by street lights because of their crowing and clucking and singing at all ungodly hours of the day and night because of the circadian rhythms have been messed up by the artificial light, just like all the creatures, even humans, with all of our modern technology. Now, the year of the rooster repeats every 12 years, and the year of the fire rooster repeats every 60 years. The fire rooster year is formed from the attributes of being the fourth heavenly stem of yin fire gotten from 10 celestial elemental qualities and the 10th earthly branch gotten from 12 terrestrial animal personalities. It's what I like to call your ego matrix. It's the Ruach in Rosicrucian Kabbalah, the ego matrix, the ego, the personality. You need a strong ego to be able to deal well with other people and other creatures. It's important to note here that the 10 heavenly or celestial stems are derived from the 5 elements in Chinese astrology, which are fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. There are 4 Western astrology elements, and when you flesh out the Chinese and the Western astrology, it gives you quite a lot of information about any individual. It's very helpful. Now, the 10 qualities are comprised of the characters of yin and yang divisions within the assigned elemental attribute, with this current year of the fire rooster being a yin fire rooster year rather than a yang fire rooster year. Therefore, there are 10 aspects gotten from yin and yang characteristics of the 5 Chinese elements. Pisces is mutable water, and the yin qualities of the year of the yin fire rooster will provide time and opportunity for helping through the unleashing of your well-known nurturing qualities. You'll get a chance to spend more time in nature. You'll be able to enjoy family and friends and significant others quite a bit during this progression. Quality time is really what it's all about when you combine rooster year and the energies of the fire rooster with the frequencies of the Piscean qualities. Fine collectibles and antiques are important to you, being sure to have a place for everything and everything in its place. Safety first, and people you can trust who pay attention to detail will be what you seek and value throughout the yin fire rooster year. You'll make many friends while rooster rules the roost and have fun at parties or any type of gathering. You'll have lots to do, places to go, and a lot of people to see with inventive projects waiting to be completed. So you'll especially become very attentive to organizing your schedule, and you'll want to organize the schedule of other people as well. And you're good at that. So these are qualities that will be where you shine during this time. Now, Pisces, the fish year of the rooster lesson, very important. Avoid becoming obsessive compulsive or getting into relationships with people you don't really know very well during this rooster year. Pisces, the fish year of the rooster blessings. This is going to be a time when you can gain much benefit from the expectation of having many aha moments when you have sort of epiphanies about what it is that that's really going on in certain situations and situations that you once considered too disconcerting to explore. So you might have thought, I don't want to deal with this at this point, but when you have this Yin Fire Rooster year, the blessing will be that you'll be able to deal with these types of circumstances, and you'll be able to actually do very well. So it won't be difficult Now, fire rooster attributes: shyness, strong-willed. That part of the will that's very forceful and formidable will be forthcoming. People will be organized, and people are going to be much more expressive about their leadership qualities. They're going to become leaders. They're going to become more authoritative. You might think they're being controlling. You might think they're being bossy. But this is something that's going to increase, not decrease, during the year of the fire rooster. So be ready for that. Now, fire rooster advice: people love your flashy and witty personality, but don't attempt to overcome shyness by becoming overly pretentious. So don't get so flamboyant because you're trying to overcome usual shyness. Very important. Fire rooster influence makes people well-dressed and stylish, trendy, clean, fashionable, stylish, elegant, and the ability to accumulate wealth and to appear abundant. And when you appear abundant and you feel wealthy and you feel that you have great riches, then you actually become wealthy and become more abundant and become rich. It's all about a feeling. When you feel a certain way, that's when you attain what it is you're trying to attain. People are going to also be more blunt, more to the point. They're going to be outspoken, and you might, although, find that you might think there's some kind of contradiction because they're going to be also easily embarrassed. That's the shyness aspect. So it's not really a contradiction. It's more of a sort of a situation where people are shy and embarrassed, but they're also they know they're good leaders, and they know they're organized, and they know they're competent. So they're trying to manage and balance their shyness, so that and their tendency to get embarrassed, so that they can then express themselves and become all that they would like to be. And certainly people will be able to do that. Now, the yin quality of this yin fire rooster year. The yin quality is going to bring out the aspects, the Chinese astrological aspects of being feminine, more of the night aspect, the cold, that bitter cold, the earth, the moistness, wintry aspects, the inner rather than the outer quality, the restful, the contracting instead of the expansive, the formation instead of the dispersion of things, more coagulation instead of dissolving. Dissolving and coagulating is an alchemical truth. Solve et coagula is the position that is taken by the statue of George Washington, for example. This, sort of that Baphomet type of posture, which is really a blind to something much deeper, and it's an alchemical secret of dissolving and coagulating. Also, this yin aspect is going to bring out the ventral side of people, the tender underbelly, the vulnerability. People are going to be more touchy. They're going to feel like they need to protect themselves more than ever. Now, fire aspect of this yin fire rooster year brings out the emotion of being happy, very, very, very excited and very happy. Heat is the temperature or the climate. Bitterness is the taste. The heart, small intestines, and blood vessels are the organs. and the tongue, the organ in the head. The general fixed rooster associations, we have autumn is the season. We have the west is the direction. The quality brought out will be everybody will need to and be better at using their instincts. Metal is the Chinese element. Yin rather than yang. Now this is a Yin Fire Rooster year. Although Rooster also is Yin, so that's a double whammy, and it's also Virgo. It's associated with the sign of Virgo. The Chinese animal of the rooster is associated with the Western sign of Virgo the Virgin. So expect your Virgo friends to have all of these leadership, organizational, and strong willpower, but also shyness and sort of a vulnerability and a protectiveness. Expect them to get even more of an effect. So Virgos are really going to become great leaders during this time. Now, there are 5 elements in Chinese astrology, being fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. Now, in the Chinese system, the masculine qualities of fire and air are not so considered superior to the feminine qualities of earth and water, and we have metal. So, and so it's slightly different. What we're trying to say here is that it is not so much about superiority and inferiority, even though those words may be used. It's more about integration and how things work. There are books that express the and teach the ancient teachings where the systems of the Hebrew system and the Chinese system, the Kabbalistic system, and the Taoist systems of alchemy are very much the same. Like the characters in the story of Noah's Ark in the Bible, and this is very much utilized in the Chinese system, and the characters in the formation of the trigrams when we're talking about the trigrams that are used to form the hexagrams in the I Ching by Fuxi. And there's a Fuxi system and a King Wen system that are slightly different, but we're getting a little deep into something that's very interesting. I'll have to get into that another time. But it is important to note here that these systems are related. It's just a different language. But again, the Chinese system is very much about integration. Now, fire controls metal. Metal controls wood. Wood controls earth. Earth controls water. Water controls fire. And fire controls metal. So this is the circle of life, where we come full circle and we attempt to balance the 5 elements. Now, these 5 elements are fire, which is the joy of the emotions, and the heat is the temperature, the climate. Bitterness is the taste, and the tongue is the organ in the head. The earth element, we have worry, fretting as being the emotion. Dampness is the temperature or the climate. Sweetness is the taste, and the mouth is the organ in the head. Metal is the element that has the emotion of grief. Dryness is the climate. Pungent is the taste, and the nose is the organ in the head. For water, the element of water, we have fear being the emotion, cold being the temperature or the climate, salty being the taste, and the ears are the organ of the head. For the element of wood, we have anger being the emotion, wind being the climate, sour the taste, and the eyes are the organ of the head. Now remember, if anybody's presenting with any type of emotion, like in spurts, like one time they're this, and then they go through phases of that, or one wonders why people display certain emotions. It's often because of something they've eaten that has these qualities, or it's because of their own birth chart, or people they're around, or the influence of the time, or the influence of their astrocartography where they live. And the trick is to get above these things and not to be controlled by them, but to be the master of these things by understanding it, by studying it, and being able to respond properly instead of reacting wildly to any situation. The key is just don't do anything that makes you physically uncomfortable. If it makes you physically uncomfortable, don't do it. It's very simple. If you don't want to do something, don't. It's very simple. A disclaimer is in order here. High magic can be dangerous. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. If you ever want to calculate the Chinese New Year on your own, simply count the second new moon that comes after the winter solstice. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, and join us again next time.